Welcome everybody to the B.O.S.S Silencers El Jefe rimfire assembly video. I'm going to walk you through the assembly process of our newly designed El Jefe 22, which is one of our favorites. When you receive your El Jefe, it's going to come already assembled like this, already torqued down to specs, and you can go ahead and shoot it right out of the box. But after you've shot it 500, 1,000 rounds, whatever you want, and it's time to clean it, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to use the wrench flats or the socket flats on the end cap tool, and the same 3/4 inch wrench flats socket on the mount side, and you're going to break that free, and you're going to take out all the baffles, which should come up pretty freely, and clean them as thoroughly as you possibly can in your sonic cleaner or your media tumbler or whatever you want to use, probably some combination of both, until they look very, very clean. As close to this as possible. And also you're going to want to clean out the tube so that it's free of obstructions, particularly in the threads. These are fairly fine threads, so we want to make sure that these are very clean when you put them back together. You're going to make sure that you have all of your parts, all 10 baffles, your mount, your end cap, your tube, your assembly tool, and your end cap tool. Now the end cap tool comes in the box. But the assembly tool, in order to get the assembly tool, you have to go to the website and register your El Jefe and indicate that you need an El Jefe assembly tool, and we will send you one directly in the mail. We found that including them in the box didn't, or attached to the box, didn't always make it to you, the consumer, and they'd get hung up with your local FFL. So we send them directly to you, and it allows us to give you the best customer support we can. So the new design, we use these. Before we talk about the new design, we use these build trays. So we're gonna put that build tray away and set them up the way that you would at home. Now, our new design incorporates just a few changes. We increase the overall length by only 1/10 of an inch, but we were able to modify the mount and the baffles by making some cutouts on the all 4 sides, which does a couple of things. First thing is, when you interlock them together, it creates a blast chamber that runs the entire length of the silencer on the outside of the baffles, essentially giving you extra volume without increasing the size of the silencer at all. The gases will leave here in the blast chamber and then escape right here, running all the way down the sides of the baffles, which really increases your sound performance, especially on the high pressure stuff. The order that you're going to want to lay these out in is with the mount first, and then every baffle is labeled. So you can see this first one is labeled BB for blast baffle, and then the next one after that is going to be your A baffle. See there? And then the next one after that is going to be your B baffle. And that continues AB, AB, AB until you get to the top one, which is labeled conveniently top. And that's how you know you have them laid out properly. Blast baffle, AB, 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 top. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your assembly tool and you're going to insert it in the end cap end of the silencer. Now you know it's the end cap end because there is a recess before the threads, and on the mount side there is no recess, and also you have your serialized portion right here. That's how you know you're on the mount side, end cap side. So you're going to take your assembly tool and you're going to put it into the end cap side where you can see it on the mount. Now you're going to take your blast baffle, you're going to drop it in place like so until it seats and is sitting on your assembly tool. And you're going to find the little notch that's cut out, which is going to be where you drop in the corresponding notch on the mount. So you just line that up, drop it in place, twist a little bit, and when you see them both twisting together, you know that they're locked in place, and they're seated together. Now, the tube will move somewhat freely. This is where it helps to have a little bit of a belly. And you can just put this base against your belly, and you should be able to move the tube, keeping pressure on the mount. And then you can slide the tube forward and just thread it upwards like this. Now, it should move very freely. If it does not, you need to take them apart and clean those threads very thoroughly. There should be no binding of any kind. It should be very smooth, and if it's gritty, then you need to take it out and clean it. Now, just tighten it by hand, keeping tension on this. And then you're going to flip it upside down. So now you're going to take the assembly tool out from the top, and this is how it's going to remain in this orientation, mount side down, until it's fully assembled. Now, this tool is designed to fit into these baffle vents very easily and with no friction whatsoever. So if you find that things are binding up or getting stuck, try again until you get that into the vents just like that. And they move freely, they jiggle comfortably, and then they come apart very easily. This is by design. So the first thing is you're going to take your baffle A, put it on the assembly tool. And what I like to do is I like to find the notch again down here so I can kind of keep it oriented in the same direction. And that way I can kind of keep track of things. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to drop it in all the way down. And we're going to try and get this click together. There you go. Heard that click? Those are the indexing nubs dropping into the little indexing recess that we have. And then you give it a little wiggle, very gentle, and you'll feel it locked in place. Then take the tool straight out. Repeat that again. Go. Got that locking click. Very satisfying click. Pull it out. And repeat. Now at some point, as you're doing this, you can drop the baffle directly in place and then find those little nubs. Again, very carefully. It fell right into place. And locked in place, give it a little wiggle, hear the click, pull it out. The problem with that is sometimes if you drop it in place, you can actually, and you push down too hard, a lot of us have these ham fists, and if you push this tool into an area it's not meant to go, this is how it's supposed to go, and if you put it in place on the actual cone part, it can actually stick. We try to make it so it doesn't, but sometimes it can, especially if you've shot it, quite a bit. It can sometimes stick, and the problem is that when you put it in, sometimes it comes back out and it's no longer seated. So we recommend putting the tool into the vents before you put it in place, and then drop it in, and then give it that rotation until you feel that nice, satisfying click again, and pull the tool out, and it should be left in place. Now, if you feel them moving around, that means that they're probably not seated properly, and you might need to start over. But I'm going to show you, once you do this once or twice, you'll get very comfortable with it, and it only takes a couple minutes to assemble. So we don't have a lot of play in these, so we definitely recommend cleaning them very, very well in between uses so that they reassemble nicely. Now, once you get to the top, you're going to assemble the top baffle the exact same way. Be careful to just drop it in place. There we go. Now, if they're not locked in place, when you put pressure in this and turn it, somewhere along the line, the whole stack will start to rotate. But if they are all engaged, they will move very little. The whole stack will be locked fully in place, and this is about as much as you could move them with that much play all the way down. And then once you're done, see, I heard a little click, which is concerning, so we want to be very careful to pull it out, just like that. It should be no clicking. Now, we'll include a picture of this. Now, what you want to do is shine a light down in here and make sure that all of the asymmetrical clips are all in line with each other. And that's how you know you've assembled them properly. Now, once that's all done, take the end cap. You can start it by hand. Again, threads should be very smooth, no binding. And you take your end cap tool and slowly and carefully lock that in place, hand tight. And you know you've done it right when when the end cap is just a little bit proud of the surface, or right there. If it's really protruding quite a bit, you probably don't have all of the indexing tabs locked into place. They're probably sitting on top of each other, and you need to reassemble and do it again. So this will either be very just level, just like this, slightly proud, or just below, depending on that particular batch. But essentially, it should look just like this with being hand tight. Now from here, what we do is we will take a socket and a torque wrench, and we will torque this down to 15 foot-pounds. That is all you need to keep this in place, so that after you take it apart, take it off the gun and break it loose, this mount will not come apart, and it will come apart from the gun, not the actual silencer itself. It won't fall apart. That happens on some models. So if you torque it down to 15 foot-pounds or so, it should maintain a very secure connection to the firearm. When you disconnect it, any carbon buildup should break free from the gun and not the silencer itself. You can also use just regular sockets to make sure that it's hand tight. And again, just do your best to estimate 15 foot-pounds. It's just more of convenience than anything else. You do it hand tight with a tool. It's not going to come apart on you during shooting. It's mostly during disassembly that's the concern. And then your El Jefe is ready to shoot. And stow away your tool. Keep those handy for your next 1,000 rounds. Thank you very much. Hope this has been clear and informative. If you have any questions, please visit our website, bosscans.com, link below. And see you soon.